today. From Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida.
God damn it.
It's week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Atlanta Falcons.
Well, it wouldn't be Florida without this. A heavy tropical rainstorm coming down just prior to kickoff here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Atlanta Falcons. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Buccaneer ball club. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game. So they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Always fun to get a peek at Tom Brady as he gets in place to command this offense for Tampa Bay.
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game, yeah.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions. Touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
Brady's throw taken in by Evans here.
Out the hole. Get short. Keep fucking forgetting the chance to get that short. Keep forgetting to get short. Get the fuck out.
The numbers for Evans a week ago. 4 catches, 54 yards, and a touchdown.
And you know what he did all week in preparation for this one? Hydrated.
Salivated.
Yes, stretched, dreamed, going against the last team in the league against the pass.
Yeah.
He expects to catch everyone thrown today.
How many L's you got?
32 of 32 in that category.
Shut the fuck up, dude.
From the 27, Brady. There's Evans again, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 2 plays, 2 catches. You have a feeling they're going to look for him early and often, and that's to be expected. You got a player of his caliber, why not?
And I think it's also a message from them to the defense that you're not going to dictate to us what we're going to do with one of our better players, because so often you hear about defenses saying we're going to take away what you do best. In this case, they're going to move him around, find proper matchups, and make sure they continue to funnel the ball to him.
Grady Jarrett with the tackle. These 2 teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
Oh, shit.
Brady's throw there complete.
Oh.
Mike Evans, he's going to go.
Fucking snuck up out of nowhere. God damn it. Fuck.
Mike Evans with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bucs have taken a first quarter lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. That makes the score 7-0.
Panic, y'all. No panic.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go. But if he can keep going to the pace he's at, this is going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30,
oh,
be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down.
Come on, come on, come on.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's the option. Finding some room at midfield. And all the way down to the 33-yard line.
The Browns beat the Saints.
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Joe Tryon there to make the tackle. So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come. We get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week and takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%. And I feel like I'm being generous with that number.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
Off the bootleg. Skinner. Wide open receiver.
Got in.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
Here we go.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team? They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Looking to throw again on second down. Brady, he finds his target. It's Evans. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Go Dion.
Top by Deion Jones.
Go Dion.
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And he takes this one back.
Still got it. Still got it.
Falcon touchdown.
Bitch.
Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Shit, Bruno, what do we call that fumble?
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Back now comes Tampa Bay. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. On second down, it's Hines. And this is going to be back-to-back tackles for a loss here as the Falcons defense yet again drops him behind the line.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with to have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18. Good footwork at the 30.
Watch the fuck out, bitch.
18 yards.
Yeah, I like that one. You like that one? 2-5.
So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. They're at the halfway point of the season, Charles. 8-0. What a great start. Clearly a Super Bowl contender, if not the outright favorite, through 2 months to win the whole thing.
Well, there aren't too many bad things you can say right now because this team is playing pretty well. They've had a couple of injuries. That could plague them down the stretch. But if their intensity doesn't waver, I think the road to the Super Bowl is going to go through them in the playoffs. And if you're on their road, things could be bumpy for you.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The numbers for him from a week ago. 16 carries, 60 yards.
And they love what they've got in him. He's the number 4 rusher in the league right now, so you know that you have to account for him on defense, which means you can play complementary football as well. Throw the play action, get it out to the wide receivers, because they should have some open space because the defense will key on him.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Off play action. Skinner. He'll rifle this one.
Pay attention! You were supposed to cut, you dumb fuck.
Picked off near the 34.
What kind of fucking route were you running?
And the young buck, the rookie, just racked up his first career interception.
And how about the scouting department?
I was embarrassing,
They're very happy
dude.
right now because in NFL parlance, he's a third-day selection. Anyone after the 4th round, that's big-time scouting right there. And what a great play he just made.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw complete here, pulled in by Howard. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
I'm gonna put your ass, Tommy. On some gay shit, dog. Come on. Hey.
Now a give.
Now that was coming.
Hines.
Huh?
That is
Wake the fuck up. Pay attention.
They dump him behind the
Listen to me, bitch.
Now, after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. Well, he gets attended to, will step aside. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right.
Block that shit, dude.
And this score will stay right where it is. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple of yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
On second down, Mostert.
Almost.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Yeah, Mo.
Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Toward the sideline.
Oh man, that was fucked up, Tito.
That's going to be a first down. Well done.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very.
See, that's how you fucking want to goddamn. You're supposed to fucking drag crossing, Joker. That's how you fucking do it, dumbass.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain.
And he'll take it into the end zone.
That fucking easy tuck, man. That easy tuck. Oh, what's up? Oh, niggas. Niggas. Come on, man. That is fucked up.
We're going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop it.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet.
That was fucked up, guys. I like it.
Running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Crew able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
For the Sandman. Look out for the Sandman.
Just shy of the 10. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend, but you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here?
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up, and the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge, because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
Hey, pick him up, Peter.
On 2nd and 10. And a catch right side by Evans. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run with Hines. And they'll get
how the fuck that feels, Hawk?
Up of 8, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On play action, now Brady. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Hines. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
You got smacked the fuck up, dog.
Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed, because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular
didn't you just get back in the fucking lineup?
That was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
Do what you thought.
Off the play fake. Skinner. He'll buy some time right. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
On first down, Dillon. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
This defense porous so far in this first quarter. They face another 1st and goal. And to give this time to the tailback. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12.
Go, dude.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal.
Oh!
It's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
I'm throwing to y'all fucking tight end. Y'all don't know how to get fucking any separation whatsoever.
And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. This is caught by Evans. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And now a jet sweep. This is Evans with it. And this is going to be a Bucs first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains. That was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They'll run on first down. It's Hines. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now they'll throw with Brady.
Go for that, dog.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Now Brady.
There you go, Peters.
And intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
On 2nd down, Dillon. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Hard throw, incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Mike Evans in the Tampa offense about to set up shop, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but his shredding defense is getting big.
Oh, are you out of bounds, Donald? Are you scared? Are you scared? Are you scared, dog?
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
Hit you that fucking hard, dog.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brady, throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Now Brady. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
Woohoo!
Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back.
I like that shit.
Yeah, as they take over. So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They've gone 2 months without a loss, 8 straight wins for them, and they've got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Looking to throw. Skinner. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Tackle made that time by Vita Vea. These two teams, they met in Atlanta earlier in the year with the Falcons winning that game. So if they can win here in Tampa, they'd be able to claim the season sweep. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
OOB.
Won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
From the gun on 3rd
Wait.
down.
Oh,
Going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Here's Jack Fox now, as he'll kick it away for the second time.
Oh, shit. Too much.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Hines. And he loses the football a second time. And the Falcons grab it. And they will set up shop, red zone territory at the 13-yard line. He's now lost fumbles in back-to-back weeks. And, of course, you remember last week's game, such a close affair. That hurt him.
Hurt him in a big way, and it is so key to take care of the ball because, remember, the team making the fewest mistakes usually wins the game.
Touchdown!
That's West from it.
Hey! His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Hey.
Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone.
Next time ask me if I wanted to get in the fucking selfie West from me. Like, yo, Reese, you want to get in on this? Asshole.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
Never asked me.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Wait, Tommy.
And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Brady now on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Brady throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
Good ass field position for my team.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Oh, big. The fuck, man? Faster, man.
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 42.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Play, that answer the phone call. Yeah, Tito. You, Tito. He was down. He was down. Fuck. Fuck.
Now we're going to get a timeout. Here's we've got an injured Buccaneer. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They begin the drive with Hines. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Brady. This one complete to Scott Miller.
Jalen Safety,
9 yards,
fuck
not
the
quite
fuck
enough,
up, dog. Scotty, don't play with me, dog.
And we've hit the
Don't play with me,
2-minute mark
Scotty.
in this first half of action.
Ooh, almost fucked you up, Scotty.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. And that nearly intercepted. For a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down.
Whoa! Ah, bitch! Bitch-ass fun.
Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now, they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief, that you still have the lead, but coaches look at what if and what it should be.
Oh, Pete!
This is caught.
Good Morse, baby.
And they're gonna have this
Good Morse, baby.
and inside the 45.
Like that shit. I like that shit.
Time through the air. 30 yards.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
Good shit, Pete.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for
that was
1st
nice,
and 10.
baby.
From the gun, Skinner.
Oh.
Throwing left side.
He went out. He went out.
Yep, and he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on
Everybody's
speeches
having
and
a
guys
hard
jumping
time
up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now.
He is too OP, man.
They
Nobody
gotta start
can
playing
do shit
better
about it
assignment
until we all
football
retire.
and start getting guys on the ground.
Fuck that, man. It's Tuclanta Dynasty. It's payback for the Patriots.
On 1st and 10, Skinner.
Oh!
Down, but not before he's
Moss again. Why y'all getting Moss by tight ends, dog?
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up for the first and goal.
I get Moss by two different.
Back to throw again.
Tito.
Touchdown Falcons.
Tito.
A great play there.
Tito, what you doing,
with
Tito?
Touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons are able to add on to their first half lead.
Nigga, who the fuck were you reading?
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, he can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Who the fuck was Tito? Who the fuck was you leapfrogging over, nigga?
And a route is on
Man,
here
leapfrog
in
over
this
one
first
nigga,
half.
dog. That was the fullback Nelson Bain, dog. I'm gonna give y'all a break.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Short kick. One of the up middle taken down.
And the up middle got
set up
fucked
pretty
up.
nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
Thinking this shit is fucking funny, dude.
Take over
You thinking this shit fucking funny, dude?
And with the score where it
For real,
is,
dude,
even
it's
though
not,
I think
dude.
they'd love
It's
to
not
get back
cute,
to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. Brady's throw taken in by Miller. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. 5 yards remain on second down.
Tommy. You're being nice and not pass rushing. He's dropping back in coverage, though.
Shotgun now for Brady.
Oh.
And the timing of off that time as that one falls to the ground.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Brady's throw there, incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Bitch. Fuck me up.
It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. And the Falcons going to get one more drive here in this first half. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. Clock at 20 seconds to go in the half as they come up 1st and 10. Off play action. Skinner, he's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled
Stop getting fucking balls.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And we'll see Younghoe Koo now for the Falcons. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
And the way this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
I don't even think that was fucking necessary, but that's it.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
Hey! Ah! Why you fuck up my pick, Mike?
And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Come on, dog. Don't fuck up my moment.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already
Hey, you fucked up my moment, Mike. I'm gonna fuck you up, dog.
You want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Hey,
absolutely, very well could have been a 3rd interception.
Dog, why you fucking up our picks? Fuck y'all niggas.
So we have reached halftime
Fuck
now.
y'all,
The
dog.
visiting
Fucking up
Falcons.
on.
There you have it.
Fucked up both our picks and shit, man. Fuck y'all.
Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point.
Nigga. K-Dog.
Big play there on the option. Well, hello. I mean, it took him a while to get him a rep, but that's quite an introduction to this game.
And not just hello. How about goodbye to the defense as he went past him? Big-time run on his first carry of the game.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Back to throw. Skinner. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons add on. Coup for the extra point.
Jonas got TD. Tito got TD. Jonas got TD.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
That easy, dog.
That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This is taken just shy of the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Guess what? You play your team, you play your old team.
Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there.
I don't blame you.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. From the gun, it's Brady. It's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long.
What?
Nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Bruno, how you let fucking bitch-ass Brady break off, you dog?
Probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though
wow,
it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Again, they'll throw with Brady. The pass underneath. Here's Hines with it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Guys, come on.
There's a nice pickup right there. And after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
On first down, Hines, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
From the 36, Brady.
Oh, bitch.
Yeah, quick throw here, that's complete.
Fuck. Had that sack.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 26.
Is someone sacked this fool?
Brady now to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game,
sack him.
It comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long game or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now it's Hines.
Go!
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And his kick here is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try to get some bigger points on the board.
So out come the Falcons now. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
A big play there out of the running game. Well, you talk about catching a defense
off
guard. They were not expecting jet sweep at all there.
Well, he was 10 yards downfield before the defense even knew what hit him. So a really good play call against a defense that was set up for them to gain big yardage. And how about how they executed the handoff there? That means they spent some time with the wide receivers taking handoffs from the quarterbacks.
2nd down at 5. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. 1st down and a little extra for Mostert. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll run on 1st down. Atkinson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Do it again, goddammit.
They work with a 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. Atkinson.
Punch this in, dog. Punch it in, Rook. Punch it in, Rook. Punch it in, Rook. Got this, dog. Punch it in, Rook. Punch it in, Rook.
And they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
You got it?
No signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark it.
What's that shit the fuck in?
Call it no gain. And it's going to be 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense. Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 2nd down, Atkinson. And he is
welcome back, dog.
For a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1
Can't fuck with us, man.
So this drive spans 7 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Pulls it in at the 13, and able to get this out to the 25. And here we go again with Tom Brady and Tampa's offense. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
You know a joke? Hit me getting fucked up. That's a good joke. Young man.
From the 29, Brady.
I got to be. I got to go.
The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
Yeah, we
The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense. One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Thanks for hitting me forward, bitch.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
I have no problem beating the brakes off, y'all. I'm mad at
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now this time he'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 20. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Falcons get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Pulls it in at the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Mike Evans and the rest of the offensive unit heading back out there now. Good day for him so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the 3rd quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. On 1st down, it's Hines, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. He's picked off near his own 48. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bucs ready to take over once again. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today.
What are you doing?
Picked off by Deion Jones, the linebacker. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 64 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Those are the types of runs they told us they want to see more of. Look, they'd love the 60 to 70-yard runs, but those 10 to 20-yarders, they can help you win a ball game.
And that means everyone's invested because you know the big guys up front, that's what they do. They try and move people. But when you get your perimeter guys involved downfield, that means that they care about the running game, and they know it helps their team.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Fumble it, big guy.
And they'll try the jet sweep here.
There you go.
Stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
I think the reason that this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
They'll run with Mostert, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Raheem Mostert with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons continue to pour it on. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken from about the 12. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Back now comes Tampa Bay. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Ooh. What you did early? You fucked up my pick, mate.
Here's Brady to throw. Open man is Howard, the tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, it's difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
The Bucs on third down. They've been stymied left and right, converted only 1 time. This is 3rd and 7. To throw is Brady. And this is going to be incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. He'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
First old bitch.
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Give the tackle that time to Jordan Whitehead.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
Yeah, watch my QB.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone that's the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, that'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the fourth. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They'll keep it on the ground. Atkinson, and tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
I know this game's winding down and people are getting tired, and that's when you really want a big body guy running the football. But I have to tell you, watching him run it, I wonder why they don't use it more earlier in the game.
Yeah, those bigger guys here late in the game, you're trying to protect the lead. Usually not as fumble prone either.
No, that is so true because they are taught. Take care of the ball as you surge forward, and you often see them with both hands wrapped around it when they go through the line.
Working with a 2nd and 4. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Looking to throw on second down. Skinner. And it's caught. And the Falcons are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. It's the fullback. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Bucs now. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Throwing on first down is Brady. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he's brought down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
On first down, Brady. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
From the 36, Brady.
Oh, shit.
Middle complete. It's Evans. Touchdown.
Oh.
Mike Evans with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Bucs get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Block that shit.
Extra point splits the uprights as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From the 10. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Thank you.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit,
that was him being fucking dirty. He thought he was getting his ass whooped.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. First down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Falcons are on their way to a 9-0 start as they build on to their lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Tom Brady leads the offense out for their next possession. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive. Brady now on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages. Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Throwing is Brady on third down. Completes it to Miller.
Short.
And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Again, it's Brady. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. And
now here's another interception. Picked off at the 39. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Atkinson. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
Just get back in the game.
Boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. Atkinson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 96 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. They run once more with Dillon. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. This offense, number 1 in the NFL in picking up first downs, and their run game got him another one there.
A really good stat to lead the league in, isn't it? Because if you keep picking up first downs, sustaining drives, that means you're controlling the football, controlling the clock, and letting your defense rest on the sidelines.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. Well, they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. That'll be caught. It's the tight end, Howard. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
One final try now for Brady. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Atlanta, the train just keeps rolling. 9-0 now to start this campaign. And another road date awaits them next week as their opponents will be the Los Angeles Chargers. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they're going to get an extra week to stew up.